I think you murdered him because he was teaching you to simulate emotions and things got out of control.
I did not murder him.
But emotions don't seem like a very useful simulation for a robot.
I did not murder him.
What the hell, I don't want my toaster or my vacuum cleaner appearing emotional.
I did not murder him!
That one's called anger.
I know what you're thinking. Gotta sit here, listen to this dude yap, but don't worry, you're in good hands.
Are you in good hands?
This project, I'm gonna be showing you why I think AI/robots will be taking over the world and our jobs. It's that matter of will robots take over our jobs. It's a matter of when the robots will be taking our jobs. You got major companies like Tesla rolling out robots soon within the upcoming years, and they already got self-driving cars too, so it's only a matter of time. Just like imagine getting off a long day of shift of work, and then you gotta hear one of these things at the drive-thru. With millions of people already using AI and ChatGPT, they essentially already have taken over.
Hey. I'm Brent. I'm Dale. You have to call me Dragon.
You have to call me Nighthawk.
I just feel as a society, we're just like, we're just cooked, you know, because we don't even use our brains anymore. You know, we can ask ChatGPT to write us an essay and, you know, do all this. And then, you know, I don't know. I just feel like we're not using our brains anymore. I wish this wasn't, you know, how it is, but it's just the hard truth. And then you got, you know, unks and old timers talking about, you know, back in my day, you know, we had to work for our stuff and we had to use our brains and whatnot. And you kids always on that damn cell phone, I tell you. I'm just like, look, old timer, it's not my fault I was born before 1930. And, you know, to be honest, you know, technology is just something that keeps evolving and get better every year. And why not use it and use it to its full advantage, right? You got someone, don't you? No, but on a serious note, cheating is really bad. Like, don't actually do it, for real. There are always risks with everything that is a new invention, but this isn't just any new invention, guys. Like, y'all need to lock in for real. Like, this is a damn robot. And they're going to replace us in the near future if we don't lock in. And, you know, from the robot movies, we know how those movies usually end. They don't usually end too good. You know, they usually try to take over the world, which is what we don't want to happen. With the harms of robots replacing humans, there would be a widespread of mass unemployment, and specifically those in low-income class, which they're already struggling to make ends meet. But robots taking over, that's just going to be the cherry on top. I'm going to be asking you guys a couple research questions. Now, answer these questions in your head accordingly. If you're working at a job and your employer or manager said you are being replaced by a robot, how would that make you feel? Personally, I'm squaring up with my manager.
Hey. No. What you trying to say? You want to get butt naked and wrestle?
Come on. Bring it on, Ray.
Hold my earring.
Chill out.
That's my Vaseline.
The last question is, what year do you think robots will be part of our everyday lives? And would you be comfortable with interacting with one? Like I said, I'm not coming back home to my wife and kids and having to hear this thing in the living room. But if you want a robot roaming around your house while you're asleep at 3 a.m., hey, by all means, be my guest. When researching, I found some goated sources, and not gonna lie, they really helped me better understand what robots truly meant and why potentially they could be taken over. So instead of listing all my sources and boring you, I'm just gonna give you my top 2. The first source is called Will Robots Take Over? The True Problems in AI and Robotics from Massachusetts. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. This was one of my favorite sources because the author is stating that our problem isn't that robots will take over, but our problem is that we assume they will, which they will. Let's just be honest, technology, AI, ChatGPT, whatever you call it, it just outshines us in almost every way category in a lot of ways. Like, I don't care, you could be the next Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
You're still not going to outperform or outthink the geniusness of a robot or AI. One thing that really stood out to me, what the author said, is robots will replace us, but they shouldn't, because why fix what isn't broken? But at the end of the day, it's essentially up to us as human if robots are going to take over or not, depending on how we design them and program them to operate. For example, what if you're on a life alert situation, you're on the floor, you call 911, and the robot on the other end says,
No.
Personally, if that were me, I'm not going out like that. If a robot ever tells me no in the future, they gonna have to catch these hands, respectfully. Also, I appreciate it if you're still listening and if you're still paying attention. This really took a long time to edit, so yeah, I appreciate you. And for my last source, and which is my favorite source out of all the ones that I have researched, it is called "The Robots Are Coming for Your Job Sooner Than You Think" by AI researcher Newsweek. And this article is just basically saying that the author is giving us a heads up and just letting us know that robots are coming faster than when everyone think it is. With AI improving every day, it will wipe out the need for human involvement altogether. The author predicted the first major sign will be self-driving cars, which would take over the country's roads within the next 2 years. And we kind of already see this within Tesla. Like, bro, no way I'm about to be riding in a self-driving car.
This is a self-driving car. It uses sensors and software to drive itself to keep me and other people safe. I hope.
If you're ever riding in a self-driving car, 1 minute you could be taking a nap, and then the other minute you could be watching Kobe dropping 50 on some Angels. I'm telling you, the future, we are cooked, because all this AI and robot stuff is just a disaster waiting to happen. In the beginning stages, robots would begin to assist workers in the job field, but as they evolve and improve, they will eventually take over, leaving those unemployed. The devastating part about this is you would have to go back to your wife and kids and explain to them that you potentially got replaced by a robot. My proposed method would be to conduct a research with a random sample for those who work in fast food and how many current years they have been working at the chain. A good example would be conducting a survey, as they are always great, and give the best total number, as you can divide them based by age and who has been working there the longest. Lower skill jobs like fast food, retail, and just stuff like that, yada yada yada, those are the jobs that are going to be hit the most with robots taking over. A personal example that I went through is I went through the drive-thru and there was some sort of robot AI thing talking to me. And if you think about it, we're actually closer to the future than what we think we are. The one thing I really did enjoy is this robot didn't talk back, didn't give any attitude, and got my order completely right. But if this is going to be the future, this is going to lessen our human interactions. A good prime example would be this movie starring Megan Fox called Subservience. It's just basically about a robot who essentially is a nanny taking care of the kid while the mother is away being sick.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
And that's gonna about wrap it up for this final presentation. I hope you learned a little bit more about robots and AI, and I think you should stay woke because I really think that we're gonna be cooked in the future.